There we go. So welcome back. So, you know, we're going to be doing a bit of a midweek special. Alright, so situation here tonight, yeah, is we've got important announcements going on. Okay, I've got literally here, there and everywhere situations of ability that are about to explode in your face. Now, one thing that I'm going to say with this dish tonight is it's a classic chicken curry, okay, but it's with a few other add-ons, okay, or maybe minuses. Now that's the thing, we've got things out here tonight that we are not going to be putting in, we're going to be taking away, right? So this is all about bringing it down to the core of a classic chicken curry. And I mean a British classic chicken curry. And this is what we're going to do, okay? So there's a lot of things we've done tonight, or we're going to be doing tonight. I haven't quite done them yet. I'd like to say now, I've been witnessing some absolute spectacular marvels that have been going on today. Well, not today, but like last few days, okay? Now, I will say this, okay? Mr. Dennis, okay? Who everybody knows who's Redneck Hillbilly, okay? I thought I had issues. Has cracked out like a few quite masterpieces yet lately. The Bakewell tart that he done. Now I don't really care. Yeah. I'm not really a classicist on that front. Shit, that hurt. Right, let me fucking toe. I don't care, right? At the end of the day, he could have put fucking lemon curd in that into the plum jam or whatever jam he's supposed to have using. Yeah, I should know because I'm Mitchy. It's strawberry in it, I think, or raspberry, or maybe apricot. Don't fucking pin me down on that one, right? But basically, the situation is he could have put Marmite in it, right? It looked fucking amazing. Yeah, I even showed it to me like Michelin star, well not really, but basically becoming at least like a top quality Bernie Inn chef at work, chefs, and basically, right, they said it looked fucking lush. So that means it looked fucking lush, and I thought it looked lush. I actually really did, not being serious now, I did actually think it did look really, really nice. I was well impressed with it, right? And then he done these dauphinoise potatoes, but he done like little mini ones in a Yorkshire pud and in a Yorkshire tray. Amazing, Dennis, right? That dish that you did, right? Like I said, I could have been on a really rubbish day at work, like covered in fucking like pissed out, or imagine like I said, if you was like a roadway maintenance dude, you've been grafting all day, digging shit up. You're covered in turd and fucking whatever and wetted and all that business, yeah? Proper grafting. You've even got like a lunch box that's like shaped like a little metal tin, and you pull it out and you've got like a bacon egg sarnie in there. I don't know. Might be an even, I don't know, something like a pate spread. Who knows on these sort of situations? And then you come home and Dennis has cracked that meal out there for you. So it's called a dauphinoise. He done dauphinoise potatoes with basically steak and vegetables, and it was bloody lush. Bloody lush. I looked at it and I thought, oh my god. So we got that. So this is what we're going to be going on about, okay? And we've also got another little situation that has happened. I'd like to say hello to everyone, to Mrs. Molina in Hampshire. Hello. So that's Mrs. Molina. So we're going to call her, I don't know, she might be Mrs. or she might be Miss, I don't know. We'll call her Hampshire Molina. There we go. So she's a new fan of the channel. So he's a gang member. She's reached out like Finn, like Mr. Finn has reached out from the gang membership, and things like that. Now I will like to say, so hello Mrs. Molina. Alright, you know, I get paid at the end of the month, I could take you out for a coffee. I'm fucking around. I'm just fucking around, right? So I'm not like whatever. So anyway, I want to stress this point before we proceed here today. Okay. Now I know that recently, obviously we've had the shutdown of the Mitchie situation that had gone on over the Christmas period, and the Michelins have reinstated themselves and have come up with an agent of Eric. I've got a lot more details on Eric, and it's a little bit mental. I wasn't expecting this at all, right? It's not that he's a geezer who's got 3 legs and 4 arms or anything like that. I had no idea that this sort of situation they had the ability to tap into and was able to deliver. Now, this could be quite crucial, okay? So that's that. I've had a lot of meetings on that. I'm not going to go into too much detail at the moment because it's pretty eye-watering. It's mind-boggling. I don't know how they've done it. I never even thought that was possible, to be honest with you. I was always under the delusion that was only possible in films. But apparently, they've cracked it. So, there we go. So that's what I like to say to that front at the end of the day. So, I've got a hot pan on here now. Yes, like I said, I've got a hot pan on here now. There was no breaking that at all. Your eyes just deceived you. Everything moved around a little bit, but you didn't know. Right, so anyway, so we've got Mrs. Melina, or Melina in Hampshire, you never know. Right, anyway, so she thought I was a salt. What salt? I don't know. Okay, so, right, what we're going to do, the situation is, now, I'm going to have to say this because, like I said, I've had, over the last 3 or 4 months, we've met a lot of new people, okay? But this is to my original squad members, okay? So I want to give out the personalities and basically basically how they their roles are in the squad structure hierarchy situation. Now, everyone knows Mr. Second Company Officer Ronaldsworth. Now, he's basically the same as me. He don't really give a shit. He likes a little bit of a laugh, a little bit of a joke, a bit of a banner, you know, a little bit fucking nookie, and that's fucking about it, right? All good in the hood, right? And then we've got, obviously, our first, or newly, recently promoted First Company Officer Sheep Unit. Same situation, next thing slides, and you know, it's all good in the hood, and we all just have a little bit of a laugh and a banter, which is all great and cushy and dusty. But then, right, but this is the reason why it gets important, okay? So, I've got a channel, okay? Now, there's only one reason why I've got this channel, okay? That is still going, and that's basically down to Mr. Company Officer Poloski. Okay, so Poloski is basically our. I know sometimes a lot of people might look at his comments and say, "Oh, he's a little bit mean or harsh or whatever or critical," but he does that for a reason, and it's my checker. Okay, so he's my balancer. So if I overstep the mark in something, because I can get a bit fruity, he will step in and say, that's probably not a fucking great idea, yeah? And that's the reason why we've still got one, yeah? He's our basically our last stop. I'll have a look at this. If it's a fucking, that ain't going out. So he's our balancer, yeah? So he's our overseer, and he makes sure that the rules are kept and are within situations, okay? So I think we should all have a I'm gonna spark up a new one actually. I'm just sparking up a fag. It's not cone shaped for any reason or anything like that. Hang on. So that is a salute to obviously our company officer, Mr. Poloski, the basically the rule guide of the channel. Okay, so that's that. Now I can get on to this sort of situation. Right, what we're doing? Well, I'm going to call it basically a pure basic broken down bog standard, and it's going to be lush and nice chicken curry. That's it. Okay. So we're going to have a lovely chicken curry with lovely, beautiful vegetable fried rice with it. Okay, it's just as simple as that. It's something I want to do things that other people have got a more of ability to do. Okay, so first thing I want to do is I've just got some thyme, rosemary and garlic oil, right? So a lot of things are out of the cupboard, so a lot of things might not like that. You might think, what's he doing that for? Okay, but it's going to be like, it's things that are going to be in your cupboard anyway, but then we're going to have little lessons on that, on how sometimes not to overdo things too much. Okay, now I am a little bit of a hypocrite on that, because I do tend to do that. Alright, so but that's a lot like anyone. Right, I'm going to put in some just a little bit of ghee. Alright, because at the end of the day, this is, I might even change the title. I might call it, I don't know, realistic chicken curry. I've only got a tiny bit of ghee left. Right, I ain't got a lot, so it's like, and obviously at the moment, like, it is a bit of a coming to the end of the month situation, right? We aren't exactly flush. Yeah, I haven't got like trending abilities to be going out and doing stuff, right? So I'm just checking camera productions because I'm just concerned about the setter up a video. Now, I'm real wankered, right? I'm on petrol, right? Because we're well skinned, right? We're well proper bald, right? So we're on. You know, I'll give us a 5 and mister. You know, we're on proper poverty, right? Not mega poverty, but this is the last even semi reluctant. I can't think of the word. You know, the one where you just spend some money that you really shouldn't do, and you got stuff. We're just chicken thighs. Okay, so I'm not cooking like goose or anything. No, fucking hell. Right, anyway, so what I want to do. Right, so I want to get this up to a nice little heat, okay? So I want to test. Right, okay, I've got a bit there. Just going to lay them chicken thighs in. Get it up to about 8 now. So I've got the Ring of Doom on, right? I've got the jet burner on. And we're just going to lay these in. We want to get them onto a very gentle heat. So I'm laying them skin side down, right, first. So we get a nice little fry. I want to turn that back down to about 7 now. So this is all about, in this part, literally colour. Like literally colour. And I am going to keep the skin on, right? That there, I'm going to cut that there because that's going to tension up, and it might have a risk of pulling that inwards once it torques up. Right? So there we go. Yeah. So yeah. So not much really is going on. I mean, like I said, I wanted to get that out there about obviously our 3 loyal 4. I mean, the branches are just endless, yeah. I'd like to say another little thing about what Dennis's bakewell tart meant, yeah. Because I think what it meant was, it was a little bit of a statement, yeah, to say that Dennis, okay, our Mr. Dennis, yeah, our senior down there in Australia, yeah, has got some serious business going on, okay. I especially think he's got very underlining talents in the cake world that I think we've all misunderstood Mr. Dennis for. He's got very, very, very deep skills in the cake business. That bake wall was just, you could sell that. You could sell that in a shop, 100%. Okay, so here we go. Well, at this point, I want to get these chickens. We're going to give it a little shimmy. Yeah, we're doing shimmy. Yeah, we've got shimmy abilities going on here. Okay. Now these are going to be cooked down as they are. Okay. So I want chunkerella. I want chunkyability going on. That's what I want. Right. What I'm after. I'm trying to create that into this chicken thigh. Basically brought down to its bare bones curry. Now what do I mean by bare bones? Okay. I'll show you that in a minute. This is where things get. I've got two wooden spoons out at the moment. I don't know what to do. Shit. I'm gonna put that one in the sink just in case Loki said I might have it came near some chicken and touch it, just like grazed over it. Great. Hang on a fucking minute. Right, okay, let's have a little look. I want to have a little sneaky peek at the skin ability. Right, we've still got a little bit. Right, shifting. I'm shifting the. I'm not shifting anything at the moment, am I? Right, okay, so let's have a little look. I want to have a little shifty under there. Right, I just want to keep them loose. I want them to start. This is a quite an important time for these now, okay? So, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to give them a quick season. Now, this is the only season they're going to get at the moment. Alright? We've done a fairly heavy helping of salt. I don't want to go too mad. Yep. I'm going to go for white pepper, if I'm going to give it any pepper at all. Not black pepper, just white pepper. We're going to keep it. We're keeping it untragic and unsimple, right? Okay, here we go. Now I want to start thinking about onions, right? There we go. We're going to cut onions, right? There we go. Now I do it like this, okay? And the reason why is because sometimes for speed awareness, right? I mean, I'm really pissed, so I want some. Like mild forgiveness of it, right? Okay. So I'm just watching them cook. Right, that is Mitchie ability. That is, I reckon, about £12 million a week. Thank you very much. And there we go. So it's all quite good. So I had a bit of a dementia moment actually at work. Today, actually. And yeah, I actually fucking left my motorbike keys in my motorbike in the car park at work all day. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my god, that is mental. So that's quite a mad situation. So I just put it down to like massive irresponsibility. So right, I'm just going to now cook this now. So I'm now going to cut this onion up. Yep. I've got onion abilities going on. Okay. Now I've done it fairly fine-ish. Apart from that bit. Right, we're going to just cut that bit up. I'm going into the bowels of the frying pan there. This is like literally hero moments going on now. That is what you call, look at the skill. I mean, absolutely amazing. I mean, it's like shredded onions of heavenly unability. Skimming off there like a wizard that's just fallen from grace, realised he's got a really long fucking beard, and then, you know, drank some petrol earlier and decided to have a cigarette, and now he's got no face left. Right, okay, so we're just going to whiz these round in there. So now I'm going to turn them over because I know that the skin should be at least golden, and it is. Yeah, we've got gold ability going on. We've got a bit, not quite as much gold ability there. That one won't work. That'll be fine. This one is going to be a winner as well, and we got winnerage ability. Yeah, we got winnerage ability. Look at that. I know I shouldn't be gloating. Yeah, and them onions have only just gone in there. Yeah, them onions have only just. Look at the skinnage. And this is going to be a curry. Yeah. Are you in a hurry, or is your name? I don't know. It could be like Ted or Alvin. I'm not going to say anything about Alvin, okay? Now, we have had a huge incident, okay, at the Leighton Asylum Centre, literally mental asylum centre for deranged chefs or ex-chefs and all that sort of business, or to do with the catering trade just itself, okay? Through the, you know, I've been witness to this trade for a number of years, and the sheer craft awareness of like strength and ability that goes on is just sometimes I can't even understand myself. Yeah, we're talking about proper skills and proper Mitch. Well, not Mitch, but you know what I mean. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do, I want this now, I'm going to turn this up to about a nice 6. Just going to keep it there, okay. Now, what I want to do now, I've got some ginger. Now, I'm not even going to bother, peeling it, there's just no point, right. Because we're going to do it quite thin. We're going to do it as thin as my, you know, especially at least 2-star Michelin knife can cope with. Right. So I've got that ginger. I'm just gonna now literally shred it. I'm gonna shred it like a maestro. There you go. Look at that. Look at the skill. Not even worried about getting his hands cut because his knife is just so amazing. It just doesn't mess up, and it just shreds. And there you go. That one escapes, that's a bit warm. So that's like pure ginger now. Like now we're getting into some pretty heavy stuff. We're really starting to. Now I was going to do a bread with this, okay, to really, you know, pick out them flavours of adversary, yeah, and peasantry awareness, okay, because like I said, this is going to be, yeah, it's going to be, I'm saying it's going to be, and I'll just keep saying it, right? But it's going to, I think wouldn't speak. It's going to be an ability, yeah, that I can only even imaginally transform into, yeah. And with the information that I've had, because I had a massive Zoom meeting this morning, yeah. Now, I did mention this earlier on in the video, okay, we've had basically the plan from the Mitchies, yeah. Now, this obviously does include the help with, I'll get on to Ramsey later. Bob's outside, there's updates from him. I mean, you know, there's only so much one man can take. You know, the situations that's not cooking on that ginger on there, is it really? It's just crowding the space, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of this. We'll have to do a little bit of Mitchie actually. Right, that is. But I'm just going to mix them round now. I'm just going to get them turned over. I want to get the skins down on them, and I just want to get. They're going to be juicy. I want them to start releasing their juice. I've got extra specialness there. So yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah. Right, let's quickly whack the garlic in as well. So we've got the ginger, now the garlic. I've given the ginger more time to cook than the garlic. Okay, notice. That's why it's really important to keep notice. I want just shards of garlic now. Just shards. Don't go fine. Do not go fine. Just go lovely shards. That's all you need. Don't need to. I want this recipe to be as authentic as I can get it with the ingredients that I've got. Okay. So like I said, I'm a bit poor at the moment, right? So I've got literally about a week and a half to go till I get paid. So we are like proper bricking it for the next like 12 days or whatever, right? So we are ultra skint, right? I've got fags, I've got coffee, milk, food and all that business. But faggage is going to be an issue probably by the end of tomorrow, I reckon. Right? So I might have to ponce off someone to give me like at least a packet of fags or something, right? Not like cigarettes, but like rolling tobacco. So there we go. Right, so I just want to get this mixed in here now. So I'm going to turn these back over to their fronts, okay? Just like that. There we go. There we go. Just like that, right? So we got them onions slowly cooking in now, right? With the garlic and the chives, bit of salt and pepper, right? And we're just going to let that, because I want them onions I just want them onions, yeah, to do their thing. That's just really important. We've got a nice bit of colour on the skin, right? We don't need to, don't start fucking chucking loads of salt in there or anything like that. Right, now we've got ingredients lined out here now, okay? We've got coriander seeds that I've whizzed up, right? So we've got basically coriander powder. We've got, I'm not saying what that is just yet. We've got turmeric, medium curry powder, right? Always a winner. You go mild if you want, but chili flakes, cumin seeds, and tandoori masala powder and garam masala, and some mild chili powder. Alright. So what I'm going to do, there's a couple of items there that I don't really need, because I want to bring this down to a different sort of, just a bare bones curry. Literally bare bones curry, alright? What I'm going to do, I'm going to take away these two. The tandoori masala powder and the garam masala. Now I know a lot of people when they go, garam masala, you're shitting me. Right. We want to bring this down to like a really sort of, we'll turn this down to about a 5 now. It's getting a little bit too spicy for my liking. Right, but if we want to create just like a really bare bones curry, okay, because we've got some sultanas here, right, so there you go, it's really going to be like a really like proper basic curry, you know what I mean? So, right, now I'm going to bring in another onion, right, now with this onion, I'm going to do, we've done that in shards, because I want that to almost like, it's not going to melt into the curry or anything like that, it's just going to, you know what I mean? It's just going to create almost like a base. Okay. Now there is going to be tomato into this, but it's not going to be like a tin of plum tomatoes or anything like that. All right. Because I want to keep this away from any form of real tomato based curry. I want to keep that yellow flavour and that yellow, not yellow flavour, but the like the real curry flavour, do you know what I mean? So, okay, there we go. So I want to go slightly chunkier with these, right? So at least like, I don't know, 1.5 centimetres across, right? But when you put them in, we almost want petals, almost, right? Almost like petals, right? Just slightly more cut. But they are just, that's just going to help, because that chicken is well on its way now, right? I haven't really got to worry about that. But what I do need to worry about at the moment now, because what we've just put in, right, we need that to start breaking down as well. Right? So we have not put no spices in at the moment, right? This is not about the spice at the moment, not at all. What this is about the bringing together of the chicken, the oil that I put in now, the onions, the ginger and the garlic and the salt and pepper, and that's it. Right, that is it at the moment. So we're starting to marry, yeah. How long's that onion been on there for? Right, we're starting to marry. Well, not literally marry, but right, that's right, don't worry about it. I don't get excited. Right, we're starting to marry the flavours. I don't know what's happened to this chicken skin on this one. Oh, it's upside down. Oh, it's naughty. Oh, jeez. Right, okay. Yeah, we're starting to marry these flavours in here as they are. Right, this is really important step, because what we're trying to do, we're working with fewer ingredients now, okay? There are other ingredients I will be whizzing in. We have chilies, okay? Now, I do want it to be hot, so I'm going to be creating not just a rice dish, yeah, but just a lovely, beautiful, fried, savoury rice to complement this hot and sweet curry that is coming. Right. So we've got that ginger there, we're just going to place that there. Right, okay, I'm pretty arse-banded, right, not literally, because that would be against my principles. I'm gonna this cook off, right. I think this could go into a late one. I'm going to do, hang on a second. Right, okay, I just checked the time, it's quite late, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to do this all tonight. I really am, I've got no choice. So this is literally going to be a part one done, really, suppose. Right, so it's 10:30 here tonight at the moment. I've got special duties at work to do in the morning. So we're just going to have to trailblaze it. There's no other way around it yet. I mean, there's other things, like I said, there's other things. I've got to get descriptions of Eric, Agent 123 out. I've got other people to start talking about, really, in positive ways. No one's actually, do you know what? Fucking Dennis done some awesome little mini dolphin wild potatoes in the Yorkshire tins. They were like fucking, oh my god, that meal was amazing. So I can't understate it enough. And that steak was like so beautifully like tender. I can imagine how tender that was. It's pretty fucking amazing. Right, okay, right. I want everyone all have a fag break, and I'll see you lovely fuckers in a fucking bit. Right, okay, so now I've had a little fag break, so I've whacked some tomatoes in. So I've gone for just fresh tomatoes and that sort of situation. So I had to adjust the camera there. Right, yeah, so I've got some fresh tomatoes in here now. Okay, so this has been cooking down for a while. So we've got that base of that onion originally sliced in there, okay? So this is what we're going to do, yeah. We're going to make sure that we can get a Michelin ability of flicking away on my original curry. So we've got some really nice charcoal-y conditions going on here now. This is like transformative. Yeah. So I'm turning these over. I want to turn over a job of the day. Right, now we're going to start concentrating now, really seriously. Yeah. We're getting into it. I'm only about I'm only out of piss this, I reckon, about an 8. I'm pretty smashing, right? So, on the piss scale, quite high. I even burps as well. Right, okay. Cumin seeds. Right, what about a catful? Now, normally, yeah, I would just do this in the oil and things like that. But we're not doing like a normal chicken curry. I've brought it down to its bare basics, but it is literally like a chicken curry that we could call it. I see what I might call it. I might call it. Can't really call it a council state special, can I? I'll call it a household product chicken curry, something like that. Something that everyone's got, right? We'll rub them cumin seeds off there because that's not going to be good. Right, so I just want to get them in there. That's going to give it aroma, and it already is. It's already penetrating my nose. Yep. Which is obviously up to high Michelin standards of ability. Okay. So now what we want to do, I want to start getting in the classic flavours, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is actually chuck in a chicken Knorr stock cube. Yep. Just a basic one, not a superior or anything like that. Yep. That's going to go in. Right? That's why I've barely salted this, okay? Now the only other salt that I will employ into this is a little bit of Himalayan rock salt, okay? So a little bit of pink Himalayan rock salt. That's it. That's all I'm going to use, just a squidging. That's going to be able to transform this dish, yeah, from that would be looked at as if, yeah, that's probably a 2-starer, as into an out extraordinary 4-starer. Right. Himalayan pink rock salt, yeah, always hits the mark, okay, in spectacular ways of ability. Okay. So I want that in there. That cube, get it in there. It's going to melt. It's going to do its thing. Okay. Next thing. Okay. Right, we're going to look on a situation where we're so poor, but you haven't even got the ability to have a spoon. Okay. So I'm going to go coriander seeds. I'll whisk it up. Not too much, about 3/4 of a capful. Okay. 3/4 of a capful. Right. Now, chili powder. Okay. I'm going to go for, I want this quite warm, right? About 3/4 of a capful again. Not a lot. Not ground breaking situations. Now, the actual chili flakes themselves, I want a nice big doobly in that. Right. So now we're starting to, because we've already got colorisation. The chicken's probably done, you know. I mean, well, not done, but it's getting there. It's on the bone. This is thigh-in on the bone, don't forget, you know. So this is where it takes a lot more forethought and skill. We need to get them flavours now cooked right off, right? So that's going to be that, right? Now, one of the other things that we need to obviously put in, and this is why I steered away from adding in the garam masala and the tandoori masala, and we've just gone for pure curry powder, alright? Because that's what this is going to exuberate into. It's just household chicken curry. That's it. Bare bones. Not even an arm. Yeah. I've had the cheek of not even doing an arm for you. I feel personally ashamed. I will say that I thought I was going to do one, and then I thought, no. That person might be so poor, yeah, they might even not even know or been able to afford that extra £2.22 to get that naan. Yeah, you don't know. It's not a council estate special, yeah. I'm going to call it a household special, yeah. So there we go. So now, all that is broken down in now, and now that's all that's left for me to do turn this down a bit and to put in that curry powder. 1, 2 beautiful scoops of curry powder. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it goes over it because this is going in. Right? Some plain old water. Yeah. Now this goes up. And then we're just going to let it sit. Right. This will come to a situation, all them flavours in there. I put a lot of water into that, right? But there's something else that's going into this that's going to be very special. Right? And it isn't this, right? I'm going to put in a bit more ghee. Right? I just want a little bit of fat in there. That's gonna. You got to remember, fat. I'm getting almost semi-serious, sort of really. Fat carries a lot of flavour. Okay, so fat is a transfer of items of spices, textures, not textures, but you know what I mean. Now. Water does the same sort of thing, but it does it in a different way. Right? It won't penetrate once them flavours have been broken down, which we're now on the way to do. Right? I said, like before, we're just making now a pure chicken curry. Okay? There's other things we can put into this. It's a household name curry. Okay? Now, I want to start talking about, while that starts to gently break down, okay, I want to be able to reduce this down. Okay, I want to be able to reduce this down now, okay. I've got it on the highest heat possible, okay. Once that starts really foaming, alright, so we'll start to lower it down and I want it to just settle for probably about 20-30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, okay? The chicken is obviously now 100% cooked, but that's just going to tenderise. So we've cooked it, it's sucked all of the flavours in, you know, it's become its own self, okay? But now, what I want to do is I just want to put some now fresh ginger into this. So just take a root, a few slices, nothing much, and you can just look. You can just use your imagination. I want this. This is where in the part of the cook where, you know, okay, it might be a household special. Yeah, it might be a bringing back to basics of. So I've just cooked that up like a Michelin chef. So I just cut that up. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Yeah, truly historic shit. Like I said, you know, we want to get this chicken curry to a situation where everyday Joe, yeah, could do this, yeah. They've got the household items, yeah, and they're just going to say, do you know what? I've seen an amazing 3-star awaiting Michelin chef. I mean, obviously, we're only waiting for our first 1-star, obviously, yeah. And I think he's the best, and nobody can say anything else, and I'd agree with you, and that is the person as me. Yeah. Now, when we get to this sort of situation, yeah, without splashing it everywhere, yeah, it's going to reduce down, yeah, but it's not going to reduce down how I want it to, okay. So what I'm going to add into this, yeah, is I need to start talking about thickening, okay. Now this will thicken, yeah, but it will not thicken on its own accord, okay. It's going to need help. I'm going to use corn flour, okay. So I'm just going to give it a little sprinkling. Just raw corn flour, okay, chuck it in. just in case. And just leave it. Just leave it to settle. Yeah. At the moment, we want ceteris ability. Okay? I'm not looking for anything else. Right? In these situations, we don't look upon about miracles. Yeah, because a miracle, yeah, will only happen within your inner Mitch. Yeah. Now, sometimes we talk about inner Mitch on the channel. Okay, and it's a very delicate subject. Yeah, that only sometimes certain Mitchy chefs can have. You know? Now, I'm going to go on to, I'm going to whack in a spoonful of garlic paste. Right? Actually, about 2.5. Just really want it. I really want that garlic flavour in there. I really want it to puncture its way through and, you know, almost write its own Bible and praise the Lord. And I'm not into that, but I'm just saying. Whatever it is, it could be anything. But I want that to really start powering its way through now. Okay, so this is going to be a lovely sauce. We've already got our lovely chicken stock in now. Right? All these meats that I can. As I tap that, I'm going for tapperage ability. Okay, this is going to be going on, I reckon, for a long time. Okay, so I'm going to go for a second break. Okay. I might even call this a part. I might call it part 1 actually. I don't know what to do. Right, hang on a minute. I've got to get this onto the right heat consistency. But this is going to take a while to really break down. It really is. Right, quite a long time. I've got to go and work and do special duties in the morning. Shit. I should have done this yesterday. Oh, cock. Bollocks. Right, okay. Just get that bit off there. Right, okay. Well, I don't know what to do. I'm getting confused. So, but fuck it. I'm gonna have to call it a day. Right, I'm gonna let this cook off. Right, I'm gonna go. I'm not calling it a day. It might be. I still might do part 2 tonight by some massive miracle. Right, this needs to cook off. Right, and I'm only going to put it down to a 6. I'm going to go. Actually, I'm going to go to a 5. I'm going to let it really cook off. Right. Yeah. Right. So yeah, Mrs. Malena in Hampshire. Thanks. Really appreciate that comment. Yeah, no, I've been on, like, I spoke, the gang's obviously not aware of this, obviously, and it might be. I mean, I was a bit disappointed about Dennis not re-commenting on his Dothan Wild Potatoes. He got back to everyone else. I felt a bit left out, really. But yeah, Mrs. Melina, things just life happens, isn't it? I mean, what can you do? I mean, I'm trying to stand not too like all purposeful and shit. Yeah, I mean, I've said this. Everyone knows the same situation, so I don't want to like creep on about it. It's fucking mental. So, right, okay. I'm gonna have to say love to everyone, right? Mishral, Tom Carriage, glad. I haven't seen Toast Watcher for ages. Yeah, I don't know where Toast Watcher is. He popped up ages ago and was having a look situation, but he hasn't popped back. Mr. Chuck is back. I'm glad Mr. Chuck is back. We don't mention Mr. Chuck a lot. Mr. Chuck has gone through some serious business himself. I'm trying to just point everything's in the right way. Yeah, Mr. Chuck has gone through some serious business. He's been with us for quite a while. We've got, obviously all our crew and stuff. I'm pretty wankered. I'm going to have to let this cook off, right? There's not a lot I can do. I might have to sacrifice having a really rubbish morning and then just having a really groovy day where my brain's falling out my underpants for most of the time. Because I've got Right, we've still got the rice to do. This has got to cook down yet, even before I put in the raisins. And I have got some veg that I want to put into this curry, but I'm not going to do it just yet. So I'm not going to cook. And I think in the start of the video, because I'm so arse battered, I'm actually peaking past 8 onto a completely paralytic scale of about 9. So, and that's now. I haven't even done the rice yet. The rice cook, I cook. Right, we haven't got any basmati rice because I fucked up. Actually, I might just chuck in some chilies while I'm talking products. I haven't. I still have a lot of basmati rice left, so I'm just going to chuck in some chilies. Fuck it. I'm not even de-seeding them. I'm just chucking them in there because I'm like a bad boy. So you know, when you've got the ability to be, you know, as daring as my arse is, right? You know, it takes skillage. I've got some green ones, but they're a bit old. So I think I'm whacking some green ones as well. Fuck it, who cares? Just have some of that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So there we go. Fuck it, that one. Even that one, bollocks. Who cares? Right, that's just going to sit there and do some shit. I'll give it a shimmy around and they can just chill out and get into the sauce. It's actually already thickening up, actually. But I want this to get really thick because we've got something else going in this later. Now, I'd done this a couple of days ago, right? Just because I needed something to eat, but not quite like this. Not as mitchy, obviously, as this, right? What I didn't have was this bit of coconut milk, right? So that's going to go in at the end, right? Well, not the end, but halfway through this. This is still at the beginning stages, right? I need to tidy up after myself because it's not looking very good, is it? Oh, no one. Yeah, so not on top of it, for fuck's sake. Right, okay. So, yeah. Himalayan pink salt, right. Anyway. Right, anyway, right. Mr. Allen. Right, actually, no, not Mr. Allen, is it? Because it isn't. Right, Mr. Allen has cracked out some really nice Welsh stuff, right? But we've got to talk about Mr. Marzipan, right? Mr. Marzipan, I think subconsciously, has joined the cake-off that we have got coming up in the next few weeks, right? It's whenever Tracy gives the go-ahead, basically. So we've got a cake-off, okay, that I've lined up, okay, between Mr. Allen, who is from Garden to Kitchen, and Mrs. Tracy, which is Mrs. Traceman's Allotment Vlog, okay? They're on YouTube, or the Tubes of Ubes. But we've also got to talk about, and Mr. Dennis, who's Redneck Hillbilly. So I'm not forgetting you, Poloski or Sheep Unit, and Sheep Unit's got his own channel as well. Go and check out Sheep Unit. He was on, hopefully he's back onto 8 subscribers, or whatever he likes to call them. I call them gang members, obviously, because my channel is amazing. You know, I can't believe I'm going for 2 years. It's fucking mad, isn't it? Isn't it crazy? It's fucking mental. Just going to give us a little shake now. This is just going to thicken up. It will thicken up. It will just, and once we add the coconut milk, it will just get even more mental. Actually, I might as well do it. I might as well do it now. I don't know why I'm waiting. I really don't. It's fucking mad. Right, okay. Am I still filming, or has battery run out or anything? Right, okay. Right, hang on a second. Right, okay. So, yeah. So we've got. Yes, I've set up basically a cake-off between Mr. Allen and Mrs. Tracy. Right, so because they are basically appears to be, so that's just coconut milk. So they are basically bakers in the squad and gang membership. So I'm just going to mix that in. It doesn't really matter. It'll just blend in anyway. So it'll just be lush. So right, the veg I'm going to put in here, I will put in here, and I've got raisins to put in, but I won't put them in. I might as well just whack the raisins in. I might as well, fuck it. So I'm going to whack in some raisins as well. Right. There you go. Right, let's get them in there, so that's fine. There we go. That's fine. They'll be right. They'll expand and do that and release their sweetness as well, actually. Right, okay. There we are. I'm just trying to get it looking nice. Oh, fuck it, I might as well just fucking show you. Right, this is the beginning stages of it anyway, so there we go. Oh, that's spinning it. Right. This is the beginning of it now. Right, so we just built all that. That was building it. Right, now it's just literally about, so I'm going to keep it on about, probably about 4 really. Right, I don't think there's going to be, well, this is going to have to ages to cook. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do a part 2 tonight. I just don't think I'm going to be able to. This needs ages to cook, and I've almost just spilled it like a twat. So I just don't think it's going to be possible. I want other things in there as well. I'm not happy with that. So I want I want a nice bit of garlic in it, actually. Like fresh garlic, do you know what I mean? So I'm just getting a bit anal, so I don't want. No, not literally, obviously. So right, and that'll just eventually melting anyway, so I'm not really that bothered about it. So let's get up to about 5, I reckon. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly clear down here, so I do apologise. Right, I think I'm not going to be able to get this done tonight. It's not happening, so. Alright, okay, I really apologise about that. I thought it would do, but we'll just get all that in there. Yeah, this needs to just go. It's just literally needs to almost like cook gently off into the night. Okay, right. I think that's it. That's going to have to be it. So we've built the building blocks of this now. Okay, so I've got other things. I've got things to put away. I've got things I've got to try and fucking work out for tomorrow now. Because I am so skint. I've got literally like £3.80 left. I've got fags, but it's marginal. I'm gonna have to do some poncing. So right, okay, I can't do nothing. Right, I'm gonna have to call this one a night. We've got the base of the curry made, okay. We've got all the ingredients in there that I really need. I'm gonna call it a day. That's just it. Right, tomorrow the curry will obviously been made and businesses and stuff, and it's literally fried rice time. I want to do the rice, and it's not going to be like majorly fried rice, but I want to give it some textural tones. Okay, so it's going to get toned up. Right, so we're talking about tonification. Okay, so it's about being able to tone your tone of rice into from a boiled to a mildly not as boiled to a tonification. It's an ability that takes literally molecular fucking understanding of structures on the atoms of a rice to be able to be explained beyond like pissification. Right, okay, I'll catch up with all you fucking peasants in part 2. That's a curry, I've got a beer, that's a wooden spoon. Thanks everyone for watching, and I love everyone. Redneck Hillbilly, Dennis, right, you're amazing. You are the fucking senior of the fucking, you know, obviously, you know, there are, you know, rankage issues here, because Pelosi is obviously contesting his spot, and doesn't need to, because obviously that's not in question. I'm going to call this a part 1. And I'll see all you lovely fuckers and peasants in part fucking 2. And Liam, you should be watching. Right, see you in part 2. This is part 1. Just going to let this cook off gently now. Right, it's just going to be, I'll lower it right down to about 3. It's just going to be, it's going to be tranquil. It's going to be coconutty, and it's going to be Annabellity. Part 1. See these fuckers in part fucking 2. Fucking hell.